Rockets are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. Mucho gusto, and welcome to Noche Latina on 2K Sports. From the jerseys to the food to the halftime entertainment tonight, a distinctive Latin flavor. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And it's been home cooking for the Spurs in the midst of a homestand here in San Antonio. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
Kevin, you know, it's really been an impressive run for this team, you know. But you do got to realize they have not played some of the big dogs in our league. And nonetheless, whenever you can put together consecutive win streaks or have a solid stretch of basketball, you deserve credit and you also gain confidence.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, the development of Kawhi Leonard and the addition of LaMarcus Aldridge have energized the vets on this team and extended the Spurs window. Tony Parker said, it definitely helps that Kawhi and LaMarcus are here and playing great. It makes me want to be here to help all the young guys. It's such a great family and such a great atmosphere that it makes you want to stay. Evan?
Thanks, DA. The players who are part of that organization seem to want to stay in San Antonio. And this is where you start to see the wear and tear of the season tickets toll, Brent. Players start getting tired legs and little injuries begin to crop up.
And this is where opportunities for guys who are a little bit deeper on the bench may crop up. And so the coach's job is to make sure that their confidence is there, that they're ready to go. And when called upon as a player, you're ready to deliver.
That's a good answer. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Rockets. Beverly and Harden are the 1 and the 2. Anderson is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Ariza in at the 3 spot. Anderson's shot is off. There's Green with the 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Over in the corner, Beverly. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the high post. No good that time. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And they played with such tenacity on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, it takes a lot of pressure off of them when they go on offense.
Well, we really did see an all-out effort for them defensively that night. I'll remember that win much more for the quality of their defense more than anything else.
Now, here's Beverly. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Memphis. Harden dishes to Anderson. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Well, the defense ready for him there in prevent mode, making sure that he didn't get a clean look at that layup.
Here's Beverly. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got his 3rd rebound on the night.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
The pass to Harden. San Antonio with the rebound. Aldridge has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game. Yeah, the mid-range jump shot is just automatic from Parker, especially when he gets the room to fire.
The dish to Harden. Nails the wide-open jump shot.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Parker outside. Kicks to Leonard. Fade away. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, the D right in his face, Kawhi couldn't care less. That's the expressionless assassin we've come to respect.
Anderson, a screen on Parker. Out left of the wing. And stolen by Aldridge. He can't get it to go. The Rockets go the other way with it. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, offensively, they got all the momentum behind them, got the D on the ropes, and they just kept throwing haymakers.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 6 in the field. Green kicks to Dedmon. Feeds to Leonard. Fires from 14. Goes back up, and he sinks the layup. Aldridge has got his first 2 points.
High-level offensive rebounder. Aldridge has the wingspan and timing to get to those.
Beverly the pass to Capella. Kicks it out to Harden. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Yeah, he absolutely refused to back down there. Crafty lay-in.
And that one drops for him. Aldridge has got his second basket.
Yeah, and that's what you want from your point guard. Parker distributing the ball wonderfully on that possession.
And Beverly kicks to Ariza. Jacks up a 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Aldridge has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Parker outside. He feeds it to Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Even though Parker is slowing down a bit because of his age, the Spurs are looking more and more to sort of hide him on defense, cross-match him with guys. There's no doubt, though, that experience and veteran savvy is still something they'll lean on the offensive end.
It's Harden with the drive. Ariza has the open look. That doesn't go either for Ariza. It's off his foot, and it's whistled a kick. Spurs leading by 4. And as Parker loses a little of that blinding speed, we see a few less layups, a few more of his trademark floaters.
And even, Kevin, some extended range there from the three-point line. He's made that shot a bigger part of his arsenal. They seek him out in the corners, much like Jason Kidd did in Dallas in the later part of his career.
Harden sets the pick for Beverly. The feed to Harden. Passes to Anderson. And just miss after miss right now.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Leonard. Ariza with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Capella kicks to Harden. Beverly dishes to Harden. Down low. Anderson with the ball. Now Green defending. Just 5 to shoot. Ariza kicks to Capella. In transition, here comes San Antonio. It's tipped. Stolen by Beverly. Now, here's Capella. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. Harden kicks to Capella. It's tipped. And they're on the break. All going up court. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Saul comes in for Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Mills in for Parker. Houston with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Decker comes in for Anderson. Gordon's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
A relatively rare trip to the free throw line for Green, averaging just 1 attempt per game over the course of his career.
When you think of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, I mean, the slashers, though, seem to always come to the fore. The players who make their mail, attacking the rim. So fun to watch.
James Harden really does it best in the league. And I've watched James Harden games on television, but I've also had an incredible pleasure being able to call James Harden games by the court. And to see him manipulate defenders, and I'm not talking about one, I'm talking about 3 and 4 on possessions to find his way to the free throw line. He is remarkable and has an uncanny ability to draw those fouls.
Slithers. He doesn't. I don't know if it's power, although I think he's a very strong, physically strong guy. He controls his body about as well as any slasher in the game.
He controls his body, Kevin, and is able to stop, start, change angles that a lot of players just can't even think about. They just don't even conceive that you're able to do that. That slow down, two-step, and he does so many tricky things also, Kevin, with the way he moves the ball around. He extends it away from his body, brings it back in, brings it towards a defender, and then away from a defender, and guess what? It results in free throws most every time.
Something to watch. Now here's Williams. 9 points last game out. Dishes it to Nene. So whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for him.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustment.
No good on the free throw.
Coach Pop often talks about the value of corporate knowledge, the procedures and shared philosophies that guide his basketball teams year after year. They're actually compiling a database called the Spurs Way to make sure that knowledge is passed down over time.
That one is no good. And you think of the incredible success, Brent, the Spurs have enjoyed. You know it firsthand. You'd love to look at that written record for the Spurs and see that recipe.
Well, as much as there's X's and O's that go on in between the lines for the San Antonio Spurs, it's just very hard to duplicate or emulate what it is that the Spurs have been able to find in terms of the character of their team. That's what many franchises right now, Kevin, I don't think have a great handle on.
They set the pick. Harden gets the bucket.
He's been precise on offense. I don't think he's made one mistake on that end of the floor so far.
Spurs leading by 11. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Back to Mills. Pass to Gasol. Fires from the wing. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Yeah, it looks like the makings of a blowout here, but their task now is to maintain this level of effectiveness and not get sloppy.
And it's Gordon missing.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
On the wing, Green from past the arc. Harden grabs the miss. Rockets trailed by 13. To the middle, and the foul called on Daniel Green. That is his first foul of the game. Anderson, he's checked in for the Spurs. Jonathan Simmons comes in for Green. Williams inside the line. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Gasol, a screen on Williams. Mills passes to Gasol. Gasol setting the pick for Anderson. 6 on the shot clock. Almost, but it rolls out. Houston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Pass to Harden. Nene setting the pick for Harden. Good three-point shot. Harden's got 9.
And even though he's been incredible from the field so far, his team still hasn't been able to get the edge in this one.
Simmons. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Lee's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. The Spurs have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Well, Eric Gordon coming off that big contract which ended last season. Injuries have just plagued his entire career, still trying to find a season where he can play all 82 games.
Houston moving it around. A 3-ball, and again it's the Rockets from deep.
Well, if Eric Gordon gets the ball from beyond the arc, you have to respect his ability to knock those down.
And Mills kicks to Gasol. He dishes it to Simmons. Good-looking screen by Gasol. The pass to Mills. Fires for 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Rockets trailed by 10. Williams for 3. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Gasol dishes to Simmons. Can't hit that one. The Rockets go the other way with it. And Eric Gordon, a good outside shooter. Not quite as explosive as he once was, though, getting to the rim.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Kevin. He's lost a little bit of that burst. Of course, at 6'4", he gives up a little bit of height at the shooting guard position, but still effective in scoring the ball.
Now here's Gasol. Benet unable to get his shot to go. Can't hit from the elbow.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
It's as if he had too good a look. Is that possible? And now he's kicking himself. He really can time those perfectly. What an assist.
When you look around, we see a lot more face-up power forwards than in decades past. That's what teams are looking for, wouldn't you say?
I'd say teams are looking for, Kevin, guys who at the 4 and 5 spot can help a team move the ball from strong side to weak side, be able to read some defenses, make proper passes, and then set screens and be a presence on the roll. That's absolutely at the 4 and 5 spot what teams are trying to find today.
But do you think players now, Brent, are smarter than they were coming in?
I don't know how to check the report cards, Kevin. No, the players, because of their versatility, and I think growing up not playing back to the basket and being asked to do a lot more things that require guard skills when they come into the game and coaches are asking them to do these things, they're more than capable of doing them.
Spurs leading by 5. And Mills kicks to lead. The dish now to Mills. Feeds to Simmons. Anderson passes to Lee. 5 on the clock. The 15-footer. Good. Lee's got his first bucket in this one. Rockets trailed by 7. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Williams gets the bucket.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Fearless, despite the size mismatch, took it right to him.
Now here's Simmons. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Kicks it to Gasol. Stolen by Nene. And now here comes Williams leading the break. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Throw good. Lewis Williams. San Antonio leading. Here's Mills. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. He kicks it to Gasol. 1 second left. That's good on the jump shot.
Gasol excels from that mid-range area. If you leave him open from there, you're going to pay the price.
And so the first quarter is in the books. It's San Antonio up by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of...
I always try to improve and get better.
And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
You know, that's great because that shows pops and why he's one of the best in the game. You got to be able to drive and motivate. and also give the confidence. And that's what's happened with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk for him. He had his struggles, and now we're talking about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Right from the start, they have been able to really own that paint and just dominate the backboard.
Control the glass, and you control the pace, and you get those extra possessions, which are huge.
The defensive duo of Green and Leonard make up the perimeter. Pau Gasol is out there with Lee, and it's Mills in at the point guard position. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. One thing that Greg is often underappreciated about Pau Gasol is just how aware he is out on the floor, not only on the defensive end, how he'll help out, but also his vision as a passer on the offensive side.
Really, Kevin, one of the best passing bigs to ever play the game, and it's a part of why he's been the crux of so many offenses. Very good at identifying and exploiting a mismatch for himself or others. Never forces things on offense and always takes what the team's given.
That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Ariza.
A great pass from Gordon there, leading to the assist.
And Mills kicks to Green. The tray. It's rebounded by Houston. Last time they met in Houston.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, after suffering a hip injury at Texas, LaMarcus Aldridge spent 2 months shooting from a chair, and his form improved dramatically. Now his go-to move is his fadeaway high-release jumper. It's an unstoppable shot, and Aldridge is so confident in it, he says, once the shot's up, I'm getting back on D. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. He's got a great touch. Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Lee, and Tony Parker is subbed in for Patty Mills. Here's Gordon. Green with the rebound.
Well, he really T-Rexed that one, guys, short-arming it. He should have taken more time to make sure he was comfortable shooting. Put that pass right on target. Way to get your teammates involved.
Rockets trail by 5. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Gordon kicks to Ariza. He feeds it to Beverly. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up on the wing. They get it back. Anderson. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Really an underappreciated part of Ryan Anderson's game at 6'10", does a great job roaming around the rim for offensive rebounds.
Parker outside. On the wing, Green takes a 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 4 assists in the game.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Green against Gordon. They set the pick. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Well, not too many current or former NBA players can say this, but you can, Brent. You've been in a movie. How was it getting involved in the Jerry Maguire movie? And do you have any more plans to be on the big screen?
I have more plans to go to movies, Kevin, than to be in the movies. Somehow, some way, I got a phone call from somebody that said, we need you to come down here. And I know the backstory to it. Cameron Crowe is from Seattle. I met Cameron Crowe several times. And he said, Brent, I got a part for a basketball player. How about a movie? I said, cool. Then he said, how about a movie with Tom Cruise? I said, even better. And then he said, how about a movie about a sports agent with Tom Cruise and you'll be in the scene with him? And I said, what time?
How many lines did you have in that movie?
Oh, I nailed it. 1 line, Kevin. 1 line, 1 take, Jake. And there was a kid there that was in the same scene and was about signing some basketball cards. And the little boy was suffering from a cold that day. And Tom Cruise could not have been nicer. In fact, gave the kid some Kleenex.
That's a great story. Parker kicks to Leonard. Tries from 7. Again, Leonard missing.
He is struggling mightily, but his teammates in this one have picked him up.
Capella dishes to Gordon. Anderson outside. Puts up a 3. And the 3 ball is good. Anderson's got his third basket of the night right there.
Good when it left his digits. Really one of the better snipers in the league.
Parker outside. Up top, Leonard. To the inside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
There's no doubt that the biggest free agent splash made in 2015 was the Spurs signing of LaMarcus Aldridge. They'd planned for 3 or 4 years to try and get him to San Antonio, really fitting in the mode of Tim Duncan scoring on that left block. But being close to Dallas, near his family, that was a significant factor, along with winning.
And he can't get the first one. And, of course, for Aldridge, location wasn't the only attraction. Brent, the chance to win and compete for championships had to be the most important factor.
Well, he knew it was going to be a little bit of time and a little bit of sacrifice in joining San Antonio. Maybe miss a few all-star games he otherwise might have played in as a member of the Blazers. But winning the most paramount, and in time, his role will only grow as this roster turns over.
And when you look at the Rockets, I mean, plenty of offense. But last year, there was a huge drop-off defensively. And given this team's lofty goals, that really flies right in the face of that old adage, defense wins championship.
San Antonio trailing here. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. A 3 from Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 5 assists tonight.
And yeah, I get it. The goal defensively is to keep Kawhi from getting looks inside. But hey, you try that.
And talking about how the Rockets are structured, they do have some players on the roster, Greg, who can play defense. It's a wonder they've been so bad at that end.
I mean, the problem with defense, though, Kevin, is that it takes all 5 guys to buy in. You have to have a level of trust on the floor, and that happens for the Rockets only once in a while, which is why they give up an insane number of points to their opponents.
The feed to Aldridge. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Yeah, he can have this kind of output, putting on a one-man show. Aldridge scoring whenever he wants.
And Beverly kicks to Gordon. Passes it to Capella. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
To miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Dishes to Dedmon. Screen by Parker. Shoots off the screen, and LaMarcus Aldridge again. Aldridge has got it all tied up now for San Antonio.
Well, becoming more and more comfortable with the catch and shoot, Aldridge is now a threat every time they run that kind of play.
And Beverly kicks to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Parker against Beverly. Parker kicks to Leonard. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Leonard. Lets it go from deep. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Beverly, the pass to Gordon. He dishes it to Ariza. Pass to Beverly. That shot off, and San Antonio will go the other way with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Outside Leonard fires from 18 and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
This is where all the extra hours of practice come into play. Leonard couldn't be more in sync on that catch and shoot.
There's a good screen. Ariza outside. Right side, Gordon. And Houston again with the bucket.
Well, a good first quarter, good second. This could be a big night.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Some changes here for the Spurs. Anderson, he's checked in for Leonard. And Simmons subbed in for Green. And then for Houston, Decker's checked in for Anderson. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. For San Antonio, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Simmons sets a screen for Parker. From deep. It's rebounded by Houston. Shot by Gordon, wide open. His three-pointers off the mark. San Antonio's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Parker dishes to Simmons. Dedmon kicks to Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. Another shot, Aldridge. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a quick look at how things have been since the All-Star break, checking out the three-point shot ratio for the Rockets.
And clearly they haven't been shy about launching it from long range. That's the way the league has been going, and they are certainly embracing that trend.
That's good from Aldridge.
And LaMarcus at 6'11" is capable of playing both the power forward spot and, as the league moves forward, the center position. He favors playing the 4, but that versatility was huge in the Spurs signing him and keeping him around, something every team would value.
Nene, he's checked in for Houston. James Harden comes in for Trevor Ariza. And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both. And when you talk about Aldridge at the 4 or at the 5, Brent, which position do you think he's best in?
Well, Kevin, seeing the league going smaller and smaller, he's more skilled, I think, than most centers at that 5 spot. He's got great foot speed, lateral movement's good, and he can stay in front of the smaller players, and that enables him to stay big against small ball lineups.
A different look now for San Antonio. Lee comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. That's Mills in for Parker. The Rockets have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4 of 7 from the foul line tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Edmond passes to Anderson. Simmons dishes to Mills. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Dangerous in the catch and shoot. When Mills sets his feet, has great balance, he's tough to stop.
There's a good screen. Williams kicks to Gordon. The tray, good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Gordon's got the lead up to 2 now for Houston. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Mills, that's a 2-pointer. He sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Mills has got his second bucket of the game to go. The Rockets shooting at 51%. Really solid. outside Williams. Harden sets the pick for Williams. And Harden now, top of the key. Takes the 13-footer. And again, the Rockets good for two.
I mean, he was great in his last game. Clearly, he has not lost that love and feel.
You can see the focus there. His desire is evident. All hugs and kisses right now. You have to give a ton of credit to the defense for arriving just in time and altering that shot away from the basket.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here. Now let's take a look at the teams that have been holding their opponents to the fewest points in the last 10 games. The Spurs second.
I mean, they've been impressive on the defensive end, and they may have caught a few teams on off nights, but you've got to give them credit. They've made scoring a chore when you look at their opponents.
That free throw good from Decker. And you look back, the Spurs, one of the very first teams to really scout the globe and bring in international players.
Well, it's also interesting, Kevin, that the trend continues. Even last year in the 2016 draft, in the first round, we saw a lot of international players being snatched up as building blocks for their franchises moving forward. But the Spurs always have been successful at finding some hidden gems, and their general manager deserves a lot of credit for it.
Anderson, a screen on Harden. Simmons dishes to Mills. Hits it from three-point range. Mills has got 7 points for the quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Williams. Here's Nene. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for Harden. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. He's right around 29 points a night, 10 assists and 7 rebounds. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
Throw good, Nene. And both free throws good for Nene. San Antonio's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Mills passes to Lee. Spurs working the ball around now. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Sam Decker.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
The Spurs have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
2 shots.
The first one falls. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Houston in the lead. Williams kicks to Decker. It's good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
San Antonio's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. We've got 1:55 left from the first half of basketball. Here's Gasol. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And taking a look here at the numbers on Pau Gasol. In the second half of this season, he's been nothing short of spectacular. 10th and three-point field goal percentage. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
And Gasol is a guy who can do a multitude of things well. I mean, he scores it, rebounds it, passes it, just an all-around talent.
And the second free throw, good. A minute 50 left in the first half. Inside. Kicks it out to Harden. Pass to Gordon. Fires the three. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got assist number 5 here tonight.
3 triples for him this quarter, 4 overall.
Anderson outside. Back to Gasol. To the paint. It's tipped. Stolen by Harden. Here's Nene. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
And his performance at the stripe hasn't been what I'd call outstanding in this game so far.
And the free throw, no good. Spurs trail by 7. 1:02 left now here in the second. And Mills kicks to Gasol. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Gasol with the steal. Anderson right side. There's the pass to Mills. Gasol kicks to Simmons. 36 seconds left in the second quarter. 5 to shoot. Wide open look. Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Mills. The Rockets shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Gordon dishes to Nene. Outside Williams. Anderson against Harden. 6 to shoot. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Rockets have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line. Throw good, James Harden. Harden hits them both.
Free throw shooting. Just another part of his game he does extremely well.
Mills with it. With 1 on the clock, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we've reached halftime in this one. Rockets lead by 7. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Tony, how is the game going for you all in the first half?
A lot of intensity, very physical. We're playing pretty well, but I'm not very happy the way we finished the first half. We had a good lead, and they came back on.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here, along with Kenny the Jet Smith. And Eric Gordon taking care of business in this one. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
You know what, Ernie? I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man.
And that's it for...
A spectacular aerial shot of downtown San Antonio, Texas, the Tower Life Building, front and center. We welcome you back. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. We're seeing a tremendous game from Eric Gordon.
And, you know, I'm not sure that he can continue to shoot the three as well as he has up to this point. He has been lights out.
Yeah, I think a lot of those shots are beyond his range, but sometimes when you have that kind of confidence, it can be your night.
And so in the game for the Rockets, Harden and Ariza, the athletic wing pair. Anderson is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Beverly in at the point guard.
Second player taken in the 2006 NBA draft, Aldridge has been an all-star multiple times and one of the game's most prolific scorers over the past decade.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good for Mulder.
And what a huge advantage when your bigs can be on the floor to get fouled and shoot free throws.
Now Beverly. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Nailed from three-point land.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Green kicks to Aldridge. The dish to Parker. Feeds it to Dedmon. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's his first trip to the line.
And he's there at 71 from the line this season, probably below where you'd like to see.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. Houston leading by 7. And here's Beverly. Harden outside. Fires the 3. Green with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Very lazy defense there, but luckily they got bailed out by the missed shot. He won't miss many of those opportunities.
Now here's Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
Well, there are some ways to fire up your teammates. That right there is one of them, thanks to Kawhi Leonard.
And you have to like what Danny Green, Brent, brings to the table defensively. Long arms. Very quick for his size. And he can defend 1 through 3.
Well, that's a pretty good tandem if you're suiting up next to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi takes the stronger guy, and Danny Green usually goes to the quickness defensively. And Green also a strong defensive rebounder and one of the better perimeter shot blockers in the game.
Spurs trail by 7. Parker outside. Kicks to Green. Spurs passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Leonard from 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And how does he get that one to go? No idea.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. There's a screen. There's Harden off the pick. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got 7.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to 4 again on the bucket from Kawhi Leonard. Harden kicks to Capella. Kicks it out to Harden. It's stolen by Green. Here's Parker. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Now just a 2-point Rocket lead. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Anderson a screen on Green. Harden kicks to Anderson. Offline with his 3. Spurs have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Edmond passes to Parker. To the left wing. Here's Aldridge. That's short off the rim.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Capella gets to Ariza. He feeds it to Anderson. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 6. Here's Beverly. Makes it off the glass. Beverly's got his first bucket of the night.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
Beverly against Parker. Aldridge left side. Another one falls for San Antonio.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And Beverly gets to Ariza. Rebound San Antonio. Aldridge has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Parker. Here's Dedmon. It's good. This game is all even. Dedmon's got 5 points so far.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know about the championships that the Spurs have won, but it's their culture that is admired around the league. Coach Popovich said, "I've been fortunate with the guys I've had come through here. My job is pretty easy when people have that character. You don't have to convince them to get over themselves or to feel responsible to each other. It makes it easier to have a team that enjoys playing together." Evan?
All right, GA, thanks. Being modest certainly is Coach Pop. He chose the players who fit, certainly. Leaves the dishes to Capella. Here's Beverly. Anderson a screen on Green. Inside. Deflects the pass. It's Parker outside. That one no good. So Houston will take it the other way. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Harden kicks to Anderson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And coming into the league, Ryan Anderson had always been described as a happy-go-lucky type. Just a big heart and a kind, big kid. But a couple of years ago, Brent, he endured some tremendous adversity.
Well, you remember 2015 in the early part of January, that scary collision, Kevin, on the court, which ended the year requiring some neck surgery. And anytime you're up around the head area, you got to be really careful with any player in their future. After that lengthy recovery and some off-season training, Ryan Anderson has found his game once again.
San Antonio making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. That one misses.
And Ryan Anderson loves to get himself to the free throw line. He is a dead-eye shooter from pretty much everywhere on the floor.
The feed to Aldridge. Not that time. It's off now, shooting 7 of 10 from the floor. Here's Beverly. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Pass to Capella. The 11-footer. The shot, no good. Good D by Gasol. Spurs passing it around. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 18 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Beverly, the pass to Harden. Back to Beverly. Lets the three fly. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Beverly's got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Aldridge has got 6 in the quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Beverly dishes to Harden. For the lead. San Antonio with the rebound.
He just doesn't seem to be himself shooting the ball right now, guys. Just looks a tad bit uneasy, and that's affecting the result.
Nobody near Leonard. And another basket for San Antonio.
The takeover has begun. This is his game right now, guys.
Now a timeout called by Houston. A different look now for San Antonio. Lee's checked in for Aldridge. Jonathan Simmons comes in for Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Houston with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. Sam Decker comes in for Anderson. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for James Harden. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
And once Eric Gordon receives that pass, he's just rising up. So a natural rhythmic jump shot.
Mills with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Back to Mills. He kicks it to Leonard. A 15-footer. Decker with the rebound. Decker's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Ariza kicks to Nene. Gasol with the steal. Dishes to Simmons. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far.
And the way they have been shooting from deep, boy, that's been impressive. Talk about making the most of your opportunities. This game would look very different if they weren't dialed in from deep. As it stands, however, they are in control, and the defense has to adjust to how they defend beyond the arc.
The first free throw is good. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Spurs. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Coach Greg Popovich named the new head coach for the U.S. national team for the next 4 years. And Grant, I bet you like that selection.
No, I love that selection, especially with Pop's military background. And he's been an assistant for Team USA since 2002. So he's done a lot of great things in the pros, but I know Pop takes a great deal of pride, not only in his country, of course, but certainly in coaching that team. Falls for Williams. And for a guy with a slight frame, Lou Williams can be one of the most aggressive players in the NBA, especially when driving to the basket.
And Kevin, I call it, he's a professional scorer.
Yes.
He can get streaky hot from beyond the arc, so you have to stay up on him. He puts the ball on the deck and uses his quickness to get past you. You almost always have to foul him to prevent him from getting to the basket, and he shoots a high percentage from the line.
Pass to Lee. And Simmons kicks to Lee. Good looking screen by Gasol. Back to Lee. Shot clock at 6. The shot from the low post is good. Lee's got 5 points so far. Rockets trailed by 3. Gordon kicks to Decker. Gordon a screen. Pass to Williams. For the tie. Drills it from outside. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter.
and they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Well, they've been on a roll ever since the break. Doesn't seem to matter whether the shots are open or there's a hand in the face.
No good from Lee.
Well, he has more than enough strength to fight through the D and convert that one. I'm surprised he came up short there.
That gives them the lead. And that's now 11 points for Nene.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Anderson kicks to Simmons on the top of the key, and a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 7 points in the game.
Nice unselfish dish there, right where his teammate could do something with it.
Williams passes to Gordon. He dishes it to Decker, and it's Houston with another. .135 left in the third quarter, and Mills kicks to Gasol. Anderson dishes to Gasol, screened by Lee. Mills passes to Gasol. That one bounces around and comes back out. Houston's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. On the wing, Williams. Back to Ariza. Shoots a 3. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 6 assists in the game. Spurs trailed by 5, and Mills kicks to Lee. Spurs passing it around. Picked by Lee. They set the screen. The 3 from Mills makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
This is some of what he does best. Mills can shoot from downtown.
Outside Gordon. Williams a screen. Gordon dishes to Williams. Releases. Some solid defense from Gasol. San Antonio's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. No good from Simmons.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Williams with the ball. 13 points in the game. Nay, the screen. Williams passes to Gordon. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Mills. No good that time. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Rockets ahead, up by 2. And time to step. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
Play. You just like something mad.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Leonard and Aldridge, the 2 stars at the 3 and the 4. Mills teams up with Green in the backcourt. And it's Gasol and at the pivot spot manning the middle. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Here's Capella. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
First free throw is good.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Houston making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
And right now, at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
Aldridge with a screen on Beverly. Good looking in by Gasol. Mills can't hit. Rockets leading by 4. Gordon kicks to Beverly. Anderson the screen. There's the pass to Harden. And Anderson has it in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Beverly. Kicks it out to Gordon. Beverly dishes to Gordon. target with his three. San Antonio's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And Mills kicks to Leonard. Pulls up on the wing, and he swishes it right through. Leonard's got 22 points.
Well, he's making it look effortless. You combine Leonard's athleticism with his skill set, and now that confidence. Nights like this are inevitable.
In the corner, it's Gordon. That doesn't go either for Gordon.
Shocking he blew that opportunity, guys. 9 times out of 10, that is an easy make.
To take the lead, and it's Patty Mills with the three. And the Spurs lead by 1.
Well, he just nailed his second three of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
Back to Gordon. With some arc, and the rejection by Leonard. They grab their own miss. Mills tries again. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Really a great free throw shooter. It's unfortunate Mills gets to the line infrequently, partly because of the minutes. Well, if Parker is the slower point guard at this point, Patty Mills comes in and definitely changes the pace for the Spurs. Out of Australia, a shoot-first guard who can hit off the bounce and off the catch. And so that three-point shooting ability puts pressure on teams. He's also a pest defensively, likes to get up and into guys.
And both free throws good for Mills. And Brent, you talk about Mills' ability to pressure defensively. Very quick, and he gets a lot of steals.
Sometimes he can get caught gambling at times, Patty, but on the whole, a very capable defender, a bit of a gnat out there, and a valuable player when you consider he went undrafted out of St. Mary's of Moraga.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. The dish to Leonard. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Here's Mills, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Well, the shooting percentage is excellent so far, and without him, they might not have the lead like they do now.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Back to Harden. Now Capella feeds to Gordon. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's his 5th foul.
Yeah, it's a tough call, but he has to be better in avoiding contact on that play. That's his 5th foul, and one more. It'll be hitting the showers.
Here's Beverly. Tries a three off the inbound. Rebound San Antonio. Gasol's got 6 rebounds in the game. Leonard kicks to Green. He feeds it to Aldridge. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
So many tricks up his sleeve. Aldridge is one of those highly skilled vets who knows how to get to the free throw line.
And the first one at the line is good.
And making the most of their opportunities at the line here in the second half.
The Spurs making a switch here. Parker's checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
2-possession game now, but he'd still like to have back that one he missed.
And they double up Gordon. Capella kicks to Beverly. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Well, you concern yourself with the other guys who you think are going to damage you, and he stepped up and delivered that huge three-point shot.
Up top, Capella, defended by Gasol. And Anderson gets it to go.
Well, Anderson really likes to pull up from just about anywhere. We're used to seeing it behind the three-point line, but he can step inside.
Parker with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Parker kicks to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Anderson the screen. And here's Harden for three. Connects from three-point range. Harden's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Houston. The Spurs have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Parker kicks to Leonard. Puts it up from 15. And the shot falls short this time. Houston's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Gordon kicks to Anderson. And the layup falls. Now it's a 4-point Rocket lead.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
The scoring mindset has been unbelievably aggressive on both sides. Defensively, though, neither team has made the effort.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
I mean, there's not a lot of reasons for a turnover, but there's certainly not one there. Just a lapse of judgment.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Kicks it to Gasol. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Gordon. In the corner, Harden. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
Yeah, he's in a rhythm in the best way. You have to stay up in his chest, or he's just going to ruin you from deep.
Parker outside. Now the feed to Leonard. They need this. Connects. The jumper drops. Leonard's got 26 points.
And there just aren't many guys that have a more devastating mid-range game. Leonard has fine-tuned that shot to where it's almost automatic.
To the paint. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Parker passes to Green. Offside Gasol. Here's Leonard, and it's San Antonio with another.
And herein lies the problem with trying to defend Leonard, his versatility. You take one thing away, he hurts you with another.
Harden dishes to Gordon. Anderson the screen. And they double up Gordon. Harden outside. Clock at 4. Passes it to Beverly. Harden outside. Anderson the screen. Offline with his 3. Spurs trailed by 5. Parker kicks to Leonard. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Parker passes to Gasol. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
You gotta love the effort from Parker, constantly helping get his teammates involved.
Harden outside. He kicks to Anderson. Tries it from 9. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Dishes it to Leonard. Oh, trying for it. Gordon with the defensive effort. Here's Anderson, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
There's that length and anticipation. Hard to get the ball over Aldridge in that scenario.
Stolen by Beverly. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Pau Gasol. Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Rockets. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Spurs trailed by 5. And here is Parker. Pass to Leonard. He dishes it to Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
And don't look now. If there's anything Leonard could improve upon, it's getting his teammates more involved. Exhibit A, that assist.
Beverly dishes to Capella. Pass to Anderson. He trains the turnaround jump shot.
Oh, and that's a game changer right there from Ryan Anderson. And you just love the guys like that step up and knock them down.
There's the pick. Here's Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
That's an important shot by Aldridge. He understands momentum is key at this point in the game.
Now here's Harden. And the pass to Capella. It's blocked. And bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. Pocket 6, and here's Harden for 3. Rebound by Tony Parker. Parker's got his 3rd rebound tonight. There's the dish to Aldridge. Feeds it to Parker. Kicks it to Dedmon. Back to Parker. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Parker just so skilled at marching his way to the stripe. He just has an endless amount of cunning moves that consistently frustrate the opposition.
First free throw is good. And he can't hit the second.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
And Beverly kicks to Harden. Anderson wide open. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 6 assists here tonight.
Well, Ryan Anderson in catch-and-shoot game is a great option. The D has no way to react when Anderson uses that quick release.
Shooting for San Antonio, Kawhi Leonard. At the line for 2. So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
And just another area where Kawhi continues to improve. One of the better free throw shooters in the league now. especially at the small forward spot.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Seems like the more that's at stake, the more he rises to the challenge.
On the wing, Harden, guarded by Green. That one good for 2. And it's 29 points for James Harden.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Leonard kicks to Parker. He's feeling it. Parker.
Good job on the glass there, working hard to establish position and put himself in a great spot to come away with that rebound.
Green with the block.
Well, if you're going to make that offensive move, it's important to know where Danny Green is. One of the better shot-blocking guards you're going to find.
Inside. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Dedmon.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
And you have to be. That's the approach you always want. Don't settle for the jumpers. Pound it inside.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Parker kicks to Leonard. Leonard draws the double to the middle. Dedmon. And the bucket counts. He is on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in? Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
And here's Houston. A 2-point game. Harden kicks to Capella. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
And you could tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Well, he had a jump on it, had a chance to make the play, just could not steal the deal.
There's 38 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. There's the screen. And Anderson has it in the corner. Off target from three-point range.
And it's still within reach.
But only if they make every possession count from this point forward, and I mean every possession.
Leonard, the pass to Parker. To tie it up. Oh, off target.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Man, that's just tough because that would have tied up the score. It's a tough one to swallow here in the 4th.
9 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
The first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 3. 8 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
And a chance here to send it to overtime.
Got to get a 3. That's the only thing that's going to do it.
From deep, Green misses the tray, and he commits the intentional foul. Free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. you at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And with those makes, he's put the finishing touches on a very good win.
San Antonio calls timeout. What's your take, guys?
You know, I think he's just trying to send his team a message, you know, not willing to give up on this game just yet. Just trying to instill that fight in this group.
Well, you still can't control the outcome, only playing your hardest moment to moment. That's what he's getting through to them now.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Congrats, James, on the win. This is a very tough team. What does it mean to beat them?
It meant a lot. We wanted to come out here and play with some energy. Guys made shots defensively. It was a gutsy win for us.
I'm sure you'll see these guys again. Thanks, James. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, thank you. Superb. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden. The league's third best scorer was the game's best player tonight, as he showcased his multiple talents on the court. It was great fun to watch him get it going in high gear in this one.
That's what I call a road show, guys. By the time he was done breaking those fans' heart, you could have heard a pin dropped in there. Listen, ping. See what I mean? He's a ruthless competitor, and it was a cold-blooded performance.
Well, he just couldn't be stopped out there. Easily the best player on the court tonight. It wasn't just talent. He was the aggressor.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you.